Hello, we are live. I got a little new blankie going on. It's a little, it helps good with the winter here. And we're kind of, but also it's a perfect new color for me. And we got my book today, Walking These of Life. Whether you're watching it now or later. Today we're talking about a journey of consciousness. So let's see if we get some more people in before we continue. I hope you guys have had a good Christmas. It is now leading up to Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. And there is some energy today, so it felt like it was time to have another Wisdom Tuesday today, not a Wednesday. But so most of you will watch it either on YouTube later or on an IGTV, so that is the beauty. I had even some people watching the retreat last week or 2 weeks ago afterwards, and they really liked it. So if you haven't checked out my my last retreat, you can follow it now. You can watch the sessions whenever you feel like. So that's the beauty of it. It's kind of left to you, and then if you want to donate, give some donations, then you can find it on my website. Just go on my Instagram or henrikflornes.com, and you can donate both in Norway and in America. And I also got my robe, inner robe. Now we got 2 robes. So today, the conversation revolves around consciousness. And we do have these talks to kind of help you to become aware of the choices that are available. And that this choice of how we connect with the body is ours to be available. And if we look at ourselves as a newborn, we come in and we kind of just instinctively move. And we instinctively feel like discomfort, and we instinctively kind of perceive around us, and we perceive people perceiving us, so we perceive ourselves. But all these memories are so kind of lost for most, because the purity of consciousness at that time is so clear, so pristine, that all the energy that coming in later is kind of clogged up those memories. But they are there. So this whole journey of connecting with the body, if we stop focusing on what we have to do or how we should feel or how the body needs to look or how we need to exercise, which is different ways of looking and focusing on the body. There's also consciousness, that the body can lead you back into consciousness of yourself. That you can, and this consciousness moves upwards in the body, it moves downwards, it moves outwards, and it moves inwards. And this movement will lead you to an understanding of yourself in relationship to your body. So in essence, we are always kind of doing the body. That's like one part of the body. We're doing the body. We're working out. We're doing all these things with the body. And then we're feeling the body. When we're feeling discomfort, we're feeling all these pain, we can feeling emotions, we can feel cold, warm, all these uneasiness, all these different feelings of the body. And we have the mind, which is like perceiving, looking at the body, judging the body, thinking it has to be done, look this way, see this way, all this stuff. So all these things we're always kind of consciously engaged with the body. Whether this has become unconscious or conscious, it still is there. But we can free up this energy that we put into the body and let it return ourselves to consciousness. And when we allow this to return ourselves to consciousness, our consciousness becomes more, it can return to that purity we had at birth. So from the doing of the body, we can release the doing of the body and see beyond that, back past that, into just allowing the body to move. Just like if we're driving or if you're typing, sometimes you're not really thinking about how you're moving the body. You're just moving. The body's just moving. You're sitting, you're sleeping, you're just moving. The body is moving itself almost. You don't have to put too much thought into it. And then at the emotional level, instead of feeling into all these feelings of the body and assessing so much importance in how we feel in the body, we can return to the consciousness of just noticing, being connected to the body, noticing the connection to the body. In that moment, almost anything you will notice is maybe a little stiffness, movement, a little breath going through the body. It becomes more silent, simple. And from having all these thoughts about how the body should look, if you're manual, all these identity towards the body, you can kind of return back to the consciousness of just observing, being aware of the body, not needing to feed the body energy, not needing energy to put into like why the body should look the way it is, or why is it correct, or having to constantly justify yourself. Then that's kind of just feeding the monkey mind. So from there, you can actually have a whole different connection to the body, of just allowing the body to move when it needs to move, not needing to feed it, just being connected and just being at ease with the body. So this whole, the ease of life that I'm talking about, it's all kind of connected to having the potential to open up and simplifying your connection to it. And when all this stuff becomes more quiet, your consciousness, and you have to kind of awaken into that faith of it. You have to open to just seeing the body, open to just seeing beyond, open. And in that faith, you can come to see yourself. You can return to consciousness as the self. And as that self, you can start seeing purpose in abiding in this place. And then you're connecting differently. Then you are living purposefully as yourself in a connection with the body. And from that space of consciousness, you will realize that you are connected through the body to life. And life is born out of you. It is created. It is transformed. It is returning itself. It keeps creating itself through you. It keeps being, you keep breathing life. So this energy is kind of, then you are opening more up to life. So the return to consciousness isn't kind of a death process. It is more of a life process. It isn't, we're not looking for the great beyond, we're looking for the great here. So through that life that we can breathe into our existence, then we can actually start returning to our soul, and we can start breathing energy into our soul, and our soul becomes, our consciousness becomes more aware of itself, and it becomes more colorful. It becomes a soul being, a conscious being, and then it becomes a soul being. It becomes rich. So this is kind of a levels of enlightenment, levels of awakening that is available. So it might seem weird because most people aren't really talking about it, but that's because most people aren't necessarily ready for it, or they haven't been given the potential to undertake this journey. Maybe everybody is on the journey at one place or another, but when you connect with this, then you might be ready to take the next step, daring to dare to connect, daring to be more vulnerable, daring to have faith in what I'm saying, daring to open up to the potential of going beyond your ego self, your body, going beyond the body. So that's what we're kind of opening up to here. Everybody is connected to all these levels in one way or another, but it's also daring to receive these teachings in different ways. So, and if you're going to see this later, then that's beautiful. It's a beautiful couple of days till New Year's, and we're going to go into the second part of my talks, which usually is the more meditative or relaxation part, where we kind of allow this energy to come in more. So if you are here with me, and we're going to take a few minutes break, you can go and pee, you can do whatever you want, get comfy, settle down, give a donation, whatever you feel like, and then we will go into the second part, and I will do the same, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Hello, we are back. Let's get my slippers off. Got all this new cute little outfit. Ooh. If you haven't been before this, got a little blanket for Christmas, so it was perfect. It's perfect to get some more blue into the space. And if you haven't gotten my book yet, it's a perfect way to kind of stay connected to the energy and tune into the energy. And don't worry if you don't really understand what I just said, because it's not necessarily for your mind. This isn't, you can't totally understand this. It is more faith-based, and you will understand more as time goes by. Let's do a little chapter here as the start of the second part, where lay down or get comfy wherever you are. And we will start letting the energy in. Breathing. Ease is like a breath of air. You can inhale it, but you also have to let it go. Ease is like breathing energy. It fills you up as you inhale, but all the same, you still have to let it go. It can feel great, but even still, balance only comes as you also let go of it. Thus, this ease is a mystery. We can try to capture it, but then we are just holding on to it. We are not relaxing, but instead tensing up. Only in the act of letting go of it can you truly receive it. Thus, it is more a gift than a struggle. You have to want it, but not fight for it. And so the story goes. So just relax and inhale and let it go. Yes, exactly. Exhaling is it as well. So enjoy the ride. And that is kind of exactly what we are doing here. We're kind of relaxing. We're getting into the power of relaxation. The mastery of ease is to understand the mastery of relaxation, to understand how you can connect and become easeful in this. So let's lay you down and open up. You're already probably receiving the energy. And relax your head, relax your shoulders, just drop them down, just feel into them. And in that, the chest starts moving, breath can come in. And ease can come in as the shoulders drop a little bit more, shake them loose. And drop your hips a little bit. And let go of your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your knees, your ankles. Just let the energy come in. This is just kind of a faith daring to open to that which is natural, to allowing energy to just come in and transform, transmute, transcend, and guide you back into consciousness, into a more expanded awareness of self. The energy comes up into your belly, into your chest, into your head, into your arms, out into your legs, out into the room, as you open to this gentle breath, the eternal breath that keeps on breathing. Beautiful. Awesome. Amazing. Ooh. So if you're wondering about, I do usually do this once a week, but depends on, a little bit up and down, sometimes Wednesdays, sometimes Tuesdays. And yeah, and if you feel like giving donations, if you like these teachings and want to kind of contribute, then you can find it on my website, on Instagram, or just on henrikflorianus.com. And yeah, or you can also find me on Facebook. It was beautiful to see you guys today, and I hope you have a beautiful New Year's Eve. All the best.